on Mind, Body and Soul, the world is going green in more ways than one. Packing on the pounds by skipping breakfast. And a rose by any other name would still be as healing. But first, cherish yourself with the world's oldest form of exercise. Not many Western women would say no to having the body, motivation and drive of US pop diva Madonna. But how does the material girl manage to have it all and raise a family at the same time? The answer: yoga. Madonna, like many people around the world, credits her focus and well-being to the daily practice of this ancient art. Yoga has been part of life in India for thousands of years. Its purpose is to relax the mind, exercise the body, and heal the spirit to attain a state of enlightenment. However, it wasn't until British supergroup The Beatles went to India in search of spirituality in the 70s that yoga became popular in the West. 30 years down the track, and this wonderfully effective system is being practiced by people of all ages and walks of life. So, what does the daily practice of yoga entail? Traditional yoga incorporates many disciplines such as breathing exercises, moral behaviour, contemplation, mantras, and healthy habits. If you're not bent on completely changing your life for yoga, don't worry. Yoga's physical poses combined with breathing exercises alone can provide many health benefits. Testimony to yoga's effectiveness, many corporations and firms are hiring practitioners for their employees as part of their stress management regimes. Scientific research suggests that yoga can lessen the frequency and strength of tension headaches and migraines, whilst enhancing concentration skills along the way, a valuable asset in any workplace. These children are having fun learning the different asana or positions of Hatha Yoga, the most common form of yoga practiced in the West. The children find the positions fun and easy to remember as they're mainly named after animals. Yoga encourages creativity in children and focuses their boundless energy, which can so often be scattered and misdirected. It also increases coordination between body and mind. Children as young as preschoolers are starting their days with yoga. Experts consider yoga beneficial for practically everyone. However, if you are pregnant, have a history of back or neck pain, or suffer from a chronic disease, be sure to consult your doctor before leaping onto the yoga mat. From New Delhi to New York, Bengali to Brisbane, more and more people rely on yoga to help them tune out and cope with stress, noise, and the bustle of everyday life. Its worldwide popularity is a sure sign of its power to heal. Millions of people can't be wrong, even if they are standing on their heads. "800 years ago, a Japanese monk claimed that tea is a miraculous medicine for the maintenance of health. It seems scientists in the 21st century couldn't agree more. In the mountains of Japan, it was discovered that people cultivating green tea had lower rates of cancer than the rest of the world. Could this have been because they were drinking green tea as they were picking it? Scientists visiting the region found that this was indeed the case and jumped at the opportunity to do extensive research. The research on green tea has exceeded all expectations. It seems there's little this fine plant cannot combat. Green tea may play a part in the world's battle with increasing obesity rates and associated side effects such as diabetes and heart disease. A chemical in green tea called catechin has the ability to make you burn joules faster as you exercise, and can regulate your blood sugars if your insulin function is abnormal. This is relieving news for those on the verge of diabetes. Catechin also has the uncanny ability to decrease bad cholesterol in the bloodstream, while stimulating the production of good cholesterol. Further good news for those aiming for a healthy heart. Green tea is also an amazing antibacterial. It has long been used as a traditional treatment for food poisoning, as it kills the harmful bacteria in the gut while leaving the good alone. It even has the power to inactivate cholera. And you may be pleased to hear that a few cups of green tea a day can keep the dentist away. The catechins stop bacteria in your mouth from producing that sticky, sugary substance called glucan, which is the first step in tooth decay. And viruses, not a problem. If you feel influenza coming on, gargling regularly with green tea will lessen the impact. Those suffering from rheumatoid arthritis will find relief from their symptoms by indulging in a few refreshing cups a day. But perhaps the most important application for green tea is in the treatment of breast cancer, the world's second highest cancer type. 5 cups or more a day is being recommended to reduce the risk of a recurrent attack. So there are the serious applications for green tea. But what about those of us who are into the body beautiful? It seems that green tea is so laden with antioxidants that it may help slow the aging process. In fact, it's 20 times stronger than vitamin E in the antioxidant stakes. Cosmeticians are using green tea in deodorants, so cheers to looking and feeling great. So how does it taste?
I don't know if this would beat coffee.
I'm not really a coffee drinker, but I like this.
One word of warning, however, one must drink one's cup of green tea completely unsweetened. Sugar and honey may compromise the health-giving properties of this powerful plant. So if you can handle the tanniny tang of unsweetened green tea, a variety of health benefits awaits you in a cup of this miraculous plant. Deep in the jungles of Africa dwells a rare healing plant that is fighting for its own survival. The world's rainforests are home to a pharmacopoeia of phyto-wonders. But due to the ever-increasing pressures of human population growth, these valuable tracts of land are disappearing, along with their healing secrets. This is one of the last tracts of rainforest left in Kenya, home to more than 20,000 medicinal plants. Unfortunately, the communities living around the forests are growing more rapidly than ever before. The communities use the forest as a medicine supply and as a hardware store. Every day, people traipse into the forest in search of her precious resources. Every day, they become harder and harder to find. But help is on the way. ICIPE, an international ecological research unit, is trying to find a way for man and forest to live together. This plant is one of the precious jewels of the forest, Mondia whitei, or white ginger. The locals call it Makambela. They've been using the plant as a medicine and an aphrodisiac as long as anyone can remember. It's so popular with the locals and the rest of the world, it is unfortunately on the verge of extinction. Locals raid the forest every day for Makambela. They need to sell the seeds and leaves at the markets to make money to survive. But scientists hope to convince locals that farming the precious plant instead of gathering it out of existence might lead to its survival. This way, they can supply the market with all the Makambela at once, leaving the precarious forest ecosystem in balance. The plant was once very common in Central Africa, where it was used to flavour soup. But now, not a trace of it is to be seen anywhere in the region. Grand hopes are held for conserving the rainforest Makambela. So far, the plan seems to be working. Farmers are having no problems propagating the plant. They're making more money just selling the leaves and seeds of the plant than they used to selling maize. And they haven't even started selling the roots yet. The market for natural plant-derived medicines is an incredible $500 billion per year. The West already has plans for this herb. A Makambela-flavoured yogurt is being developed in the hopes of curing impotency in men. The herb is also excellent for enhancing milk in lactating mothers, can be used as a digestive by anyone, and may have applications in diabetes and hypertension. For those of us who like to party on, Mukkumbela is excellent for hangovers. No wonder this herb is used spiritually by the Maasai as a symbol for peace. Eating it seems to make everyone feel wonderful. It is hoped that the Kenyans can tap into the market for this herb and feed some of their hard-earned revenue back into the conservation of this precious forest resource for future generations. But old habits die hard. These men continue to extract Mukkumbela from the forest even though they're well aware of the damage they're causing. And every day they search longer and harder for the rare commodity. Farming may be a small but vital step in protecting Africa's remnant rainforests and their healing secrets. From little things, big things grow. Here's a novel way to start the day. The Irish sure know how to put on a good fry-up. These Dubliner academics and artists are celebrating the most famous literary breakfast in their culture. The Bloomsday celebration is an ode to the breakfast James Joyce's character in Ulysses ate before he embarked on his legendary jaunt around Dublin. 10,000 Joyce fans hoed into their sausages, bacon, blood pudding and fried tomato with relish in commemoration. However, it was nothing compared to Mr. Bloom's fictional fare of pork kidneys, thick giblet soup, nutty gizzards and stuffed roast heart. Sound appetizing? For most of us, breakfast is a tamer affair of fruits, grains and juice. A fry-up a la Mr. Bloom is not the healthiest of options. But a recent study has indicated that any breakfast is better than no breakfast at all. Skipping breakfast, it seems, is a dangerous occupation. Paradoxically, skipping this meal can make you fatter. During the study, a number of women skipped breakfast for 2 weeks. It was found that during the day, they tended to eat an average of 100 calories more than those who did eat breakfast, to try and make up for the energy shortfall. Usually the extra calories came in the form of a chocolate bar. At the end of the 2 weeks, they were found to have higher levels of bad cholesterol and less sensitivity to insulin. In short, they were heading for heart disease and diabetes. Another study has indicated higher levels of tooth decay in children who skip breakfast. The children tended to snack on sugary foods and junk to make it through the morning, putting their pearly whites in peril. So when our grandmothers reminded us to eat breakfast because it's the most important meal of the day, they weren't far wrong. Be like the Irish and make a song and dance about it. Or a novel at least. It's a common misconception that getting into shape involves working out at the gym, sweating and struggling with weights. Or pounding the pavements and running tracks, jogging for miles in all weather. Perhaps levering yourself into spandex and high-tech, low-impact aerobic shoes to join in classes at Tae-Bo. This gospel aerobics group in Los Angeles are inspired to exercise by a live church choir. Whilst there's no question that weight training has benefits, the truth is you can get fit by increasing your incidental exercise in your everyday activities. Incidental exercises are the movements you perform during the day as part of everyday life. Walking is a great form of exercise, and you can do it anywhere, alone or take a friend along. Taking the dog for a short walk in the park is beneficial, and both you and your dog will enjoy it. Try some simple stretches, lunging and balancing. Even a few sit-ups can really help improve your fitness. Cleaning the house, gardening, or doing the shopping, they all count. And the latest research shows that this kind of exercise is just as beneficial as sweating it out at the gym. Without the negative effects hard exercise can produce, like stress hormones that actually speed up the degenerative process. Accumulating 30 minutes or more of moderate activity daily will dramatically improve your health status. The ancient art of Tai Chi has been practiced in China for centuries, and it is now becoming increasingly popular in Western societies as a means of relaxation and exercise. Though known more for promoting relaxation than aerobic power, recent studies show that Tai Chi lowers blood pressure almost as well as moderate intensity aerobics. By building muscle and strength, it improves balance and coordination. Observers find the movements to be quite beautiful, and the sequences have poetic names, such as waving hand in the cloud or pushing the mountain. Tai Chi movements are intended to move Qi or life essence smoothly throughout the body. The movements use the whole body and are performed slowly with concentration on breathing and inner stillness. The postures stimulate the energy channels or meridians, which influence various organs. Each movement is clearly defined by a specific alignment of the body and balance. Yet, like a slow-moving river, the motion never stops.
It's based on relaxation as the core principle in the movement, and relaxation can only be accomplished with balance. So balance is the key ingredient. Balance and relaxation are like two sides of the same coin.
Tai Chi can help to improve a range of disorders. It calms your mind, reducing anxiety, helps with the pain and inflammation of arthritis, builds muscle strength, aiding balance and coordination, reduces fatigue by increasing general fitness. Slow, fluid movements relieve joint stiffness. Increased blood circulation decreases muscle tension. It improves the body's flexibility and helps eliminate poor posture. The meditative state of mind is said to relieve stress and pain. Being a low-intensity, low-impact exercise with slow, gentle movements, it is ideal for almost anybody, regardless of age, weight, or level of fitness. In Asia, many elderly citizens attribute their longevity to Tai Chi practiced early each morning. They say it's a fresh start to a new day and the key to good health. In Vietnam's Dong Nai province, 114 people are more than a century old. So it's a timely reminder that relatively low-tech approaches should not be overlooked. They may be the key to preventing disability and maintaining physical performance in later life. Roses are red, violets are blue. Ayurveda may have something for you. The beautiful rose, native to India, is not just a pretty face. It's been used for thousands of years as a healing plant in the Ayurvedic medical system. Famed the world over as the flower of love, it's not surprising then to find that this handsome botanical is employed to balance the emotions with the heart. Especially in the summer, when the humidity and heat increases metabolism and body temperature and hastens digestion, knocking the emotions out of balance. If you're feeling the effects of summer, such as irritability, unquenchable thirst, and dissatisfaction, indulge in some Turkish delight or a rose lassi. Not only do roses help heal the heart, conversely, this amazing bloom also balances the mind. Traditional Ayurvedic practitioners also use the 100-petaled rose or centifolia to cool the digestive fires if they're too hot and stoke them up if they're lethargic. Roses are an amazing balance of hot and cold properties. The hot and cold nature of herbs and food is a concept common to Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine, but the West still hasn't cottoned on yet. In Western terms, scientists are interested in how the essence of rose balances the hormones. rose oils are being investigated for their anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and anti-hemorrhagic properties. Women the world over have been using rosewater and oils as a facial tonic for years. Other folk remedies insist that roses calm inflamed eyes, cure dizziness and headache, and reduce swollen tonsils. So next time you're meandering about in the rose garden, don't forget to pick a few blooms for some rose petal jam or to place in the teapot next time you go to make a brew. Are you lactose intolerant? Do you find moo juice mundane? Why don't you make like a baby Bactrian and load up on camel milk, the unique health drink from the nomads of the north? This baby camel will drink its mother's milk for 5 years until it becomes fully grown. The protein-rich camel milk will provide it with all the nutrients it needs for the harsh Kazakhstan environment. Nomads on the Kazakh-Chinese border have been milking the benefits of camel herding for centuries. Thanks to the changing economic climate in their culture, they have decided to share this delicacy with the world. Camel milk, strawberry-flavoured camel yogurt, and other products will soon reach dinner tables as far away as Switzerland. This herd of 600 two-humped Bactrian camels supplies around 1,500 litres of milk per day. So what are the benefits for humans? Shubat, the fermented variety of camel's milk, is particularly nutritious. It's loaded with B group vitamins, making it a must for anyone suffering from depression. The locals even proclaim that drinking Shubat will make you happy all your life. Camel's milk in general is lower in fats and lactose than cow's milk, and higher in potassium, vitamin C, iron, and other minerals. According to medical scientists, Shubat's slight alcoholic content makes it an antibacterial beverage, which may stave off infectious conditions such as tuberculosis. But what about the taste? Local kids are big fans of Shubat, preferring it to sugary cola. These tourists at a local Kazakhstan restaurant are giving it a try too. It's served here in traditional dishes, under the cover of a traditional tent. Small Kazakhstan factories are learning to package the milk in glass bottles, similarly to cow's milk, to make it more palatable to the European market. Soon you'll be able to try an exotic camel milk cafe latte at a cafe near you. Will that be 1 lump or 2? Join us again on Mind, Body and Soul as we discover more paths to health and happiness. But for now, Dominique gives us some food for thought.
Most of us unconsciously hold so much tension in the body-mind. We're so unconscious of ourselves that we're reacting subtly to everything that happens in our lives. Try to consciously become less reactive and more responsive. Start to become aware of how you can deliberately choose how you respond to situations instead of just reacting from a gut instinct or from an ego-based level. Take your time, count to 10, take a deep breath and ask yourself what you really want to contribute to a given situation, and then act from there.